I'm just putting in my edges and weaknesses.
Yeah, of course. Yep.
The Servant of Death one that I have for Fox.
Yeah.
Because it's really good. Your hero is a killer. His family's probably pushing daisies, his enemies are worm food, and even a few of his friends have holes in them that were suspiciously the same caliber as his own shooting iron. Many wild cards can take this hindrance, and you shouldn't do it lightly, amigo. The good news is your Ombre adds +1 to every damage roll he ever makes. Whether it's fighting, shooting, spellcasting, or even throwing things at people in an inhospitable manner. The downside is your hero winds up with a Hosgoose, or Hosgo-gow, or on the run a lot. But there's more than that, amigo. Any shooting or throwing attack roll that comes up 1 on the skill die, regardless of the result of any wild die, automatically hits the nearest friendly character in sight, whether they're in the line of fire or not. Other players' characters are always first choice, but an allied extra will do in a pinch. Even hand-to-hand attacks will hit allies when the mean old one comes up. This may require a little imagination, but whether the weapon flies out of the hero's hand and strikes his friend, or the hero must move adjacent to his erstwhile comrade to accidentally whack him. In either case, Snake Eyes on the attack roll, in addition to additional d6, do the cowpoke hit with a raise.
Yeah.
It's really good.
It is really good. You're gonna have to keep track of all that, by the way, because I'm not going to.
Yeah, I'm putting it in here.
Are you putting my hindrance and edges in, or what?
I haven't yet. Mostly because I don't remember all of them.
Because I just went to put it in, and then the screen was like, no.
No, I'm not putting them in. Is it just, like, bouncing back and forth? It'll be under miscellaneous, I know. Go ahead and, like, fill out everything, I guess. There should be some empty boxes for you now.
Internet, why?
Okay, we're live and recording, by the way. I forgot to mention that a couple minutes ago.
We're quiet. Am I better this time?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, cool. Next to the past recording, it was like super quiet. I was like, ah, shit.
Alright, so when
into the mic.
when we last left off, y'all were en route to Coffin Rock. And there was a fight in the hotel you stayed at, brought about by some...
My fucking internet.
Brought about by some frigging weird mind control centipedes. And after you killed everyone in the hotel, Emerson got y'all, like, on the road before anyone could really figure out what the hell just happened. And now you are traveling towards the town of Coffin Rock, Colorado.
I gotta look at the edges and hindrances real quick.
Go ahead. While you are traveling, Emerson mostly points out that he did not, in fact, contract you because of any renown, as much as Fox and Herbert are incredibly dangerous, and Ari's just sort of there, but, like, Ari's presence sort of tends to make people nervous, what with the whole stitched together thing. So
I'm so sorry.
he does not, however, reveal how he
One of the
became aware of
unofficial
you.
hindrances is cape fetish and flatulence.
Stop!
What?
Cease and desist.
We can't let Jared know about it.
No!
There is a reason I didn't bring those up. Oh god, what if someone takes both of them at once? Oh, that's even worse.
No! Wait.
Christ.
Fucker edges.
Mm.
Where'd they go? That's the worst. I'm upset.
Oh, whoops, I put all these in headers instead of hindrance.
While y'all fill that out, I'm gonna start pulling up the source books that I need. Like, I've got them pulled up, but, like, I need to skim them a little bit.
There they are. Passed by them like 5 times because my phone makes it really tiny.
Yeah. Also, the book is not very clearly marked.
Yeah. I'm pretty positive it was, let's see. No, they had each birth, which could heal themselves once.
Right, essentially just, like, ignore a wound. Be like, 'tis but a flesh wound. Mm.
I'm just gonna put that fire on here. There we go. Then it was... what was it called? Being an ambidextrous.
Two-fisted. My character sheet is almost laughably empty, but that's just because I know all the rolls I need to make and, like, what I've got. I'm gonna need a deck of cards, because reasons.
That way, Rob. There we go. Okay, so it's Breach Birth, Two-Fisted, Speed Loader.
There we go.
Do you have your
I can't find tough as nails.
tough as
which
nails?
I know he had.
Tough as nails adds points to your wind, as I recall.
I see.
Some folks keeled over in a stiff wind, but
One that's-
you two razor blades for breakfast. A real hero's got to preserve no matter how hard things get. Every level of tough as nails adds +2 to your character's wind.
That's right. I'm not
She
looking
can
in the
tough out.
fucking book. Let me look in the core book. Like a
She can tough out
Like a
losing blood
normal
and getting
fucking
banged
person.
around when others are curling up like babies with their thumbs in their mouths.
They have really good descriptions.
Yeah.
Anyway, your maximum wind with tough as nails is 22. So.
yeah. I can't believe I completely forgot that it's in the core rule book. Was looking it up on a wiki.
I know I had one more. What was it? It was Breach Birth, Two-Fisted, Speed Loader, and...
Oh man, I don't remember.
shit.
Okay. Age is. Is it traits and aptitudes?
For edges? Or what? Edges are just after hindrances.
I could just give them the purdy, the purdy edge.
Go for it.
Because they are attractive.
Go for it.
Scrolling.
Asian. Is it? Okay.
Are you, once Robin's done setting things up, we can properly move on?
Yeah. Sorry, it's
Where
just that I kind of need those. Because I have a shit.
Are you reading from the book?
Yes, which one do you need?
The edges are.
I'm gonna go ahead and move us to the proper map of Coffin Rock.
It's at page 53. Doesn't help that the font. Oh, it's page 53.
What were you saying,
Like,
Pact?
the font for the like going into new sections is kind of hard to read.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They might like bolded it, maybe, but
Okay, edges. Oh no. Oh yeah, big ears.
Big ears. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Did you have thick-skinned?
I believe so?
I know you had the stare. Thick-skinned. And tough as nails. Those were the four, I believe.
now I'm on the reloaded because I think that's where there it is. I ignore. I don't add a mod, I just ignore penalties.
Yeah, I'm writing them in. Ignore one level one. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Well, you have now arrived in the town of Coffin Rock, and as you roll into town, you begin to see that the town has very clearly seen better days. There is a burnt-out mansion up in the northeastern corner of town, and You have come in right around here, I'm gonna say. Where do you want to go first?
I know Fox would probably, at least like while we're here, kind of want to check out the burnt out mansion.
Mm-hmm.
For reasons.
I'm sure.
What's Ari thinking?
Yes, Ari. What are you thinking?
Just changing rooms real fast. I also quick put in my weapons again.
Yeah. Sorry if I didn't fill them out. I meant to, but like, you know, I had a bunch of character sheets to do.
Right.
Mm.
I'm
Okay,
pretty
I
positive
shouldn't- I shouldn't have any more problems with disconnecting now.
Okay, good.
I can also hear you guys better. So, what's one again?
All right.
I just said that Fox probably would like to check out the burnt mansion just to kind of.
What are you?
Sure, let's do it.
All right. Straight to the burnt out mansion. All right.
Mansion.
Let me.
Mansion.
All right. I'm not gonna pull up a map of it right now, but
Yeah, this is a lot better. Yeah. I want to go here.
all right. You go to the mansion, completely ignoring everyone else in town, to immediately go up to the burned out husk.
Hell yeah.
As far as you can tell, the it burnt down quite a while ago. There's not much besides the blackened remains of a large staircase and the collapsed walls of the ground floor. There's debris strewn about and nothing really of note to find as of the current time.
Interesting. Is there any-
Fox would definitely like to just kind of scavenge the place out a bit. There you go, that's the word.
All right. What in particular are you looking for?
If there's anything useful.
I want to look around to see if there's any papers that would describe the town or townspeople. Like any newspapers or
Also go to
certificates.
the library too.
What is?
If you wanted to do that.
Fuck your library. We're here to sneak around.
Emerson.
Might not show us things.
Emerson has been following you with a look of concern on his face as the three of you have made a beeline directly for the burnt out husk of a mansion.
Honestly, Fox is also kind of is trying to scope out the place to see if it would make a good quick hideout.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'm just actually looking
At-
for shit.
Emerson's been trailing behind you a short distance, and as he arrives, he gives Fox a look, and as he's giving you this look of concern for the general safety of the town, he goes, I don't suppose this is your work, is it?
No.
Not that I'm aware of.
Alright. So, give me...
Just dead ass. No. Lights cigarette.
Immediately lights a cigarette. He gives you a bit of a dubious look, but he drops the subject.
Flipping about it, just like, no.
Alright, well,
I'd
there's...
like to say, what happened to that other guy that was with us?
Herbert's here. He's just not really saying much.
Herbert's here, he's just a little comatose.
Yeah.
Associating.
Is he okay? He's
Her-
dissociating.
Herbert stayed on the frigging supply wagon we brought with us.
He's fine.
He's very drunk, and he's sleeping it off.
Yes, good.
He got into some of Ari's reserve.
Oh my god. Ari is really pissed about it. But there's nothing he can do.
The man's half dead. Leave him be.
He's
Christ.
really mad, but Ari's like, fine. What am I gonna do about it? I can't punch it out of him. Just punch him in the stomach. Give me back my fucking whiskey!
Oh. God. Vile.
That's what he's doing on the inside. On the outside, he's just stoic, staring at the wagon.
Anyway, where do you want to go?
Did I find any papers or anything?
You did not find anything of value.
Okay.
With the library to find more out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just... As you move over there, you still have, like, not spoken to anyone in town. You're just going to various, like, buildings and looking about. And Emerson, meanwhile, trails behind a short distance.
While we're walking, I want to ask, what are we doing here?
Well, this place used to be a small mining town run by a man by the name of Daly. He passed away not long ago, and the town has been falling apart ever since. It's not been kept in good repair, and there have been reports of something taking the miners, and I'm here to investigate that.
That's concerning.
Mine downs.
Mm-hmm.
We could burn them out. Can we pause for just 1 second so I can ask what my grit is? Because it's not in here for some reason.
Your grit.
Mimi, stop.
You do not have any grit as of the current
Okay.
time. Nobody in the party has any grit as of the current time.
That's fine. We're all a bunch of pussies.
No grit. Not a speck of grit between the four of us.
Good job, everybody.
We're gonna do great.
Anyway, you go to the library, and where the fuck is the part about the library again? I just had it pulled up. There's nothing really of import at the library. The place seems abandoned as of right now.
Well,
The bookshelves are empty. The building has barely been used.
oh,
Great, now we gotta talk to people.
good. So everyone's illiterate. Good to know.
There are books. They just never got unpacked.
They're just comic books. Just picture books.
Christ, Robin.
I want to go to the clerk's desks and rifle through the drawers a little bit if there are any there.
Okay. What are you looking
I'm just
for?
same thing. Any papers or news clippings, so on and so forth.
You do find. Give me a scavenging roll or a scrutinize roll, one of the two.
Okay, let me pull it up. I wrote the same, so hold on. Boop. 4.
Okay. You rolled a 4. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You do not find anything.
Fuck.
Zara opens one drawer, finds nothing. And says, you know what?
I mean,
Damn it. Slams the door.
there's nothing of import there that you can really discern.
Okay.
Well, clearly we're not getting anywhere. Let's just go to the bar. We have a bar here.
I wanna ask
There
Emerson
is-
if he has any input on this, or is he just not gonna help us look?
He's been performing his own investigations.
Okay, so he's not just standing there watching us like
No.
fuckers.
Well, from your perspective, it might look like he is. He's kind of been staring off into the distance for a few moments while you were looking through the run-out library.
Cheating too.
And after a little while, he sort of snaps back to it and basically makes some vaguely non-committal comment about, like, performing his own investigation, and continues sort of just...
I want to give him a real deadpan look and just be like, I see.
He's astral projecting.
I mean...
Don't go to the saloon. This is entirely
Just dissociating
what you should drink.
completely.
Stop. Okay, you want to go to the saloon.
Sure.
Saloon?
Where the fuck is it? I'm trying to find it.
To help, it's number 3 on the thing.
Yeah, I know. You, as you come across as you walk down 3rd Avenue, moving away from the library, and actually just on towards Main Street and the 2nd Avenue, you come across a saloon, with a big sign above it that reads 6 feet under.
Oh. Very welcoming. Okay.
So
Fox is in the door.
there,
They're going and getting something to drink.
as
I'll
of
look at Fox and say, don't put your cigarette too close to anyone's drink.
as of right now, the 6 feet under is the only saloon in Coffin Rock, and as a result, it's very popular with the townsfolk.
Oh, I definitely want to go buy more whiskey since motherfucking Herbert took all of it.
Okay, we go in, and immediately Emerson finds an empty table and sits down and, like, is trying to, like, goad people into a friendly game of cards. So that's what he's going to be doing while y'all do your stuff.
I guess I'll go up to the bar and see if I can squeeze my way in.
There are several people about, but most notably, there is a large, surly-looking man tending the bar.
Okay.
There's also a pianist off in the corner.
Okay. Well, I'm not tipping a fucking musician because I have more important things to do with my money.
That's fine.
Can I... Is the bar, like, super crowded? Can I get to...
You can get to the bar.
Okay. How much of my whiskey did Herbert take? Like, the whole bottle?
Just chugged it.
Oh, fuck me. Okay, I want to very exhaustedly ask if I can buy a bottle of cheap whiskey.
1 bottle of cheap whiskey. The man doesn't really say anything, and he comes over. He comes over to you and just sets a bottle down, and takes your money, and then moves back to what he was doing.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn around and lean against the bar while opening it and just drinking straight from the fucking bottle while looking at Fox.
All right.
You don't.
So what do you want to do?
Oh, we should probably talk to him.
Wait, did we ever introduce ourselves to each other?
It was implied that happened on the trip over.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Ari says that this is an important thing he has to do first, so if Fox has any questions, to go ahead and ask the guy.
Okay, I'm thinking of some questions. Fox is gonna wave him
With
down.
some shitty, like, plinking saloon music in the background.
Yeah, Fox is definitely like waving him down just to.
all right.
Something and be.
Guy comes over, doesn't really have much to say, comes over and just
Doesn't acknowledge Ari.
doesn't acknowledge Ari, looks straight at Fox. What'll it be?
Fuck, I'm gonna have to look up drinks now. Hold on.
Just say something and I'll
Give me
friggin'
some sarsaparilla. Not knowing it's not alcoholic.
Christ.
Fuck. Just give me something that just give me the special or whatever. I'm sorry. I'm trying to think.
He sort of gives you a look, and then he reaches under the bar and just puts a big mug in front of you with like beer from the tap over on the side.
As you could probably guess, I'm not from here.
I never would have known.
I'm gonna snort into my whiskey. And choke on it a little bit in the process.
He doesn't react other than that.
Please enlighten me about this place. Where should I go for an inn or whatever?
You're gonna be looking for the Crystal River Hotel.
Okay.
It'll be down on the corner of Daly and 3rd. That's all you get out of him.
That cigarette that they started, like, is long gone now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making sure my drink is far away from your cigarette.
There are a couple other people around of note. There is... Emerson is talking to a man who seems a little fidgety and keeps playing with a gold watch. He pulls it out and checks it every few seconds. You know, not really.
I want to ask if the bartender knows that guy. Or ask, like, do you know why that guy is acting like... Well, not ask, maybe comment and see if I can get him to respond like, man, that guy's acting kind of fidgety, isn't he? And then look over and be like, you have anything to say to that?
That'd
But
be
with
the
my
mayor.
eyes. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
why is he so fidgety?
Doesn't
Just
really...
an anxious person?
He just makes a non-committal noise and moves on. Just sort of a,
Okay. So what happened to that giant burnt-down house?
That used to be Daly's old place. The guy who founded the town. He died a few years back.
Well, he
Mansion
died of
burned.
fire or just died of natural causes?
Natural causes. Though when he says that, he kind of says it a little quicker than you would have expected.
Hmm.
As if there's maybe something going on around there. But he's not willing to say anymore.
I want to squint at him just a little bit so he knows that I know he's bullshitting me, but I'm not going to say anything about it.
Alright.
Because I have my fucking stare.
Mm-hmm.
Fox has already lit up another cigarette, and just kind of like afterwards is like, well, you've been a great conversationalist. I'm going to take this and go. And she goes and joins Emerson because
around this time, as of around the time you get over there, the man Emerson was talking to, the mayor of town,
I guess I'll just follow Fox
has
kind of trail behind,
has
still drinking from the bottle.
staggered off with a bottle of some alcohol you cannot identify as of right now. You don't know what it is. He just...
Now he's getting crunk.
Cruzonk?
There's not really many other people around that really look like they might know anything.
I want to ask ask Emerson, what was that all about?
I was inquiring with the mayor as of any strange goings-on about, but the man's drunk. He didn't really seem to have anything useful to say.
Hey, so you're doing just as well as we are.
More or less.
So, you've not been here before?
No. I was sent out here.
Well, Fox is going to take a look around for anyone else that might, be at least somewhat decent to talk to.
The only people really of note left are a showgirl and the pianist.
I wanna... I want to ask the showgirl about some things, but I don't want Ari to talk to her, so I want him to shove Fox forward and be like, go talk to her. You do it. She's gonna run off looking at me.
Alright. Fox, what do you want to do?
She'll do it.
Alright,
But
just...
before she goes, she's like, you picked some awful people for this, by the way.
I'm beginning to see that.
That's why we hire Jiminy next match.
That's why we hired Jiminy. Yes.
Emerson's just like, this is not fucking working.
Emerson's like, y'all are terrible at investigation.
Fox is gonna, after they talk, because...
It's not that we're not asking the right questions, it's just people don't want to talk to us because, Jesus, look at us.
Mm-hmm.
Fox is pretty, but...
That's about it.
The showgirl introduces herself as Lizzie Pierce. And...
Piercing eyes.
No.
Okay, fine.
What do you want to ask her?
Yeah, Fox, what do you want to ask her? Things.
I'm trying.
I'm curious to see, if she does anything for the mayor, if she would know anything, if he's a regular customer and maybe drunkenly said something interesting. Or what does she know about the town? Is she new? Has she been here a long time?
So I'll probably So
Sidles up. Chin hands. What's up, pretty lady?
Well, you got anything specific you want to ask her? You've got her attention now.
Can I help you? Fox just standing there silently smoking, trying to think of what to ask.
Can I help you?
out of character, I'm just I keep thinking of things and then immediately the idea flies out of my head. I'm like, please, God, I want to play.
So, you come here often?
Well,
No.
I work here, so...
Oh, Mimi, do not get your poopy cat butt on this thing I'm writing.
Christ. What the hell?
Oh.
Can I shove Emerson forward and be like, Fox is fucking dying out there?
No.
Emerson is gonna be stepping up on his own.
I'm dying, I am. I literally just cannot, like, put my words in, like, put my thoughts into words. It's making me
As of right now.
Well, wait then.
Alright.
This is entirely me.
Okay.
You're fine.
Sorry.
Take your time. No, you're fine. I do that shit all the time.
If you decide you'd rather say she's floundering in character, like, I can come up and, like, intervene as Emerson.
True. Well, first of all, how does she look? 'Cause, like,
Is she a beautiful lady?
this Fox would have a thing for her.
I'm gonna look up Western showgirls. Can I pick?
She's... No.
No, come on.
She...
Okay, give me a theme of showgirl to look up.
I'll just give you a description that it says. Lizzie is a faded, raven-haired beauty. She used to be curvy, but her voluptuousness has turned into plumpness. In her day, she turned many ahead, but a tough life has made her hard. Now she works as a cleaner at the 6 Feet Under.
There.
What are we looking at here?
I just sent an image.
There! Yeah, sure, that's Lizzie.
Oh, is that who I meant to click? That's not who I meant to click. Wait, let me find out. No, it is.
Okay.
Sorry, I clicked on something else, I guess, by accident, and it's someone in a similar outfit, but much skinnier.
Okay. Well.
I think this is the plus-size version of the costume.
Anyway.
On the other one.
Anyway.
Okay.
What do you want to ask her? You want to ask about strange goings on around town? What?
Sure. Just kind of like saying that like or so, and clearly like.
What am I looking at here?
Here, as in like not of the U.S. of A. She's kind
Okay.
of wondering what's going on.
All right.
Yeah, we ain't got this
where
in
is
France.
Fox from?
Fox is French, as I recall.
Oh my god.
So what exactly...
Has Widowmaker's shitty accent.
What exactly do you want to know? Like, do you have any specifics?
Let's ask about the mayor.
Okay.
Is he always like that?
Yeah. Yeah, he is.
I'm just saying that could be a good question.
Yeah, I know, that was the answer.
Oh, okay. I guess I just yelled that. You always like that?
Yeah, that's about right.
Kinda weird.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I say as a stitched together corpse.
She gives you a look.
I turn away real fast. Don't look any closer. I don't want her to look any harder.
Okay, well...
Sorry, I really am trying to like pin down what exactly I'm trying to say, but it's not coming out.
You're fine.
Do your thing, bitch. I'm just like physically handwriting all of Ari's stuff down, so in case we have to put it all back in, I'll have it.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, around this time, I guess around this time, now that conversation has been initiated, Emerson comes over, and you'll have to forgive my colleagues. They are not the best conversationalists. My
I
name.
want to look angrily over my shoulder at him for a second, and then go back to what I was
Slams
doing.
the rest of their drink.
My name is Emerson Ward, and we are looking into some rumors going around town about the miners going missing. And she sort of, like, doesn't really have anything she can tell you about that.
Okay. What was the other person, the pianist?
Yes.
I don't know. I was gonna say I'd be interested to go to the cemetery and look at the gravestone for the person that died.
We could do that.
Unless there's something more to do here.
I mean,
Besides that.
Lizzie doesn't have anything to say about the miners, but she
Okay.
does have something she'd like to ask of the posse, and that is, not too long ago, some things have started.
I guess I could ask, has this affected the bar at all?
The miners.
Yeah, like them disappearing. How has that affected the town? Has like everyone just been ignoring it?
Well, there's no real source of cash flow now because the miners are
So
are the
town's
ones that
kinda
made the
suffering.
money. The town is definitely suffering from it. Also, she can't really provide any information about the frigging miners going missing, but she used to be a dancer from the Jewel Theater, and something things have started going south over there, and they've been behaving oddly. She got out when that happened. Yeah, she got out when that happened, but
Okay.
she has some personal belongings she'd want to retrieve, and she
Sure.
would like it if somebody would help her get those back.
Okay, we can tell her. I guess we're heading over that way then. Where would I find? Where would we find the thingies?
Breaking into houses just to kind of sneak around and like investigate, because clearly this isn't working.
The jewel is down in the general direction of the cemetery. It's right over
sure,
here.
I'll tell her we'll go over there. I want to ask her though, like what
All
else
right.
she needs, like, or where would I find it in there?
I'm gonna need a minute to tell you that.
Sure.
I'm just gonna say that Fox is like still reeling at the fucking barkeep just being sensitive with her. And that's like shit for the talk.
I want to maybe leave half of the whiskey bottle,
Okay.
but I feel like that's still a lot of whiskey to drink.
Uh.
I might be attractive, but I'm shit at this.
There's nothing really in the book about what that personal belonging is.
So I
But
guess it
let's.
doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
jewelry or something.
it's some like family heirloom, like a jewelry box that her family had.
Sure, let's say a jewelry box with some like trinkets in it.
Right.
So would this be an old dressing room?
More likely, yeah.
Are there a
Okay.
bunch of dressing rooms to look through? Did you have the star dressing room?
That is not the case. No.
Oh. This is just me talking, but I hope I'm not offending her by reminding her she never got the lead role.
No, she's not offended.
Whoops. Okay. Okay, what does it...
Real shit.
I guess... What does it look like, just for our sake, so we can... Well, I guess it doesn't matter. Because we'll just roll for perception,
Right.
or whatever. Okay. Okay. I'm fine going over there, then.
Definitely do that for you. It's better than
Alright.
being in here.
Because I kind of want to poke around that place anyway. Can I ask her, like, what kind of weird stuff happened? Is it just people, like, started acting differently, like, a little more aggressively? Or what? I mean, the people that own the place.
Is it the fucking worms again?
Some of... Stop. Some of the men that go there for an evening, don't come back out.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Make of that what you will.
Sounds wonderful.
So just, like, when she goes to leave for the night, the people, she just doesn't see where the people have gone?
Well,
Yes.
yeah, that was the case,
Okay.
before she got out and
Right.
went to the
Okay, I was
6
just trying
feet
to make
under.
that clear for myself.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Well, I feel like that's all I need to really know. I'm
Would
fine.
you like to talk to the pianist at least once?
Go for it.
Alright.
I don't have any requests.
What do you want to say to...
Because I sure can't sing.
What do you want to say to Mr. Mike Hall?
Michael? Like Michael? George Michael Bluth. Oh my god, it's Michael.
Stop.
Would be good to ask. Let's see.
Are they a particularly good musician?
He's a good musician.
I'm sorry, I'm just fucking around.
I am legitimately trying to think of something. Again, it's just like I'm having like.
Oh no, you're fine. I'm just sitting here fucking around.
I'm having very fighting thoughts right now, so it's just making it very hard. And I don't mean for this.
He's a reasonably good pianist, and talking to him, you know he knows everyone in town, but like he doesn't really have any detailed information on any of them. He tends to stay out of people's business. He does, however, have a dirty bandage on one of his arms.
Oh, interesting.
That shit
But yeah, so I guess we'll
If
just
only Herbert was here.
look at him real hard. I guess I want to walk over and be like, try to pry information by way of saying like, that looks like it hurts. It doesn't stop you from playing piano.
No, it doesn't. It was just a recent operation I had to have done. Dr. Osgood, over, freaking, where is the doctor's office? I assume that,
Over yonder.
over on Main Street, he removed a canker from my arm. So, like...
What's a canker?
You can Google it.
Okay. Define canker.
Christ. Christ.
gee. An ulcerous condition or disease in particular.
Yes.
So, an infection.
Yes, a large, infected kind of...
Jesus, how did you get that?
Yeah, you know. Freaking... just kind of happened, you know.
Happened?
It-
Like it wasn't an infected wound or anything? It just grew in your arm one day?
It was like a freaking... he probably grazed his arm on something, and then, like,
Okay.
it got infected.
Okay. Well, I want to
I was
ask,
thinking
like...
it was more like a cyst or something.
Yeah, I want to ask, like, damn, how'd you manage that?
He doesn't rightly know.
Okay. I'm sorry, it's just like, you've told us this detail that seems, like, important to know, but... I'm not trying to be like, what happened? What happened to your arm? Let me sniff your
Holding
arm.
gun point.
What happened to your arm?
As far as you know, that is all that happened, was that the doctor performed a simple procedure on him.
Doctor Osgood. Okay, so at least we know there is a doctor in town.
There is a doctor in town.
So I want to maybe ask them about what happened to the founder if I can't find too much at the cemetery.
All right.
Or if they...
Alright, do we want to go to the cemetery first, or to the,
I want to go to the cemetery first.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll go to the cemetery.
Because, like, I want to be able to have some details if possible, so I can kind of ask roundabout questions.
Mm-hmm.
So, if, let's say I saw, I don't know, on his tombstone it says, murdered by seagulls, I can be like, so, I heard there's a rumor around here about some fucking seagulls. Instead of just going in being like, hey, I have...
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I can say I'm an investigator, but I'm in, like, shitty clothes. I have a sewn-on face. Do
Right.
I look like the law?
Right.
Just, like, flat out done talking to people. Y'all ready to break into something?
Oh, you know
that's
what? We could go out there and say, like, hey, we have a friend that's, like, super passed out drunk. Maybe, can we get a look at him? You make sure he's alive in there.
He kind of ate. Well, he kind of drank some things.
Oh yeah, we can say he drank some things that may or may not have been alcohol. But cemetery first.
Cemetery first. Okay, what do you want to...
Like letting Emerson know, like, hey, we're doing shitty at this. Let's do some investigation that's not talking to people.
Let's regain our social, our fucking social spoons, as it were. Okay, well I'm just gonna prowl around and look to see if I find any familiar names on any of the tombstones, like the founder of the town, or maybe something like people with the last name as the mayor or the doctor.
You want to just look around the frigging graveyard for a bit, then.
Yeah, and read tombstones because
Alright.
I want to see if there's an epitaph for the founder. Essentially.
As you come up to the cemetery, you notice that it's larger than you would probably expect for a town of its size.
Huh. I want to look and see if there are any fresh graves.
There...
If miners are missing, were they buried, or are they just gone?
There are several fresh graves marked with simple wooden crosses that you can infer are the ones that the bodies were found.
Okay, interesting. I still want to do my thing where I look for the founder's tombstone, though.
Okay.
It's probably the big one right in the middle, right there.
Yes, that would be John Daly's tomb.
Oh, so he's like a mausoleum.
He has a mausoleum.
Let's get all up in that mausoleum. Or try to. I don't know if it's locked.
Guess who has lockpicks?
True.
As of right now, there's not much to note except that the cemetery, even by the standards of a graveyard, is relatively eerie. There are shadows cast about that seem like they should have already been dispelled by the sun, and several graves look like they've been freshly disturbed.
Oh God.
Old Western zombies. Okay. Fuck this.
Yeah, can we take note
Let's
of
go
the
to the
names
doctor.
of
Fuck
the
this.
Okay.
Okay.
Ugh,
That'll work.
man, wait, hold on. I want to be really, like... I guess because Ari is afraid of absolutely nothing at this point. He's just fucking over life. It's like, should we dig them up and look at them?
Emerson
Are we
looks...
going to do that at, like, in the daylight when people could just stop by and be like, yo, what the fuck?
Emerson is notably very affronted by the idea.
Emerson just like, no, you fucking idiot.
Although, and then he pauses for a minute.
Fox will pull Ari aside and say, well, we can do it later at night.
Should we... You're like, should we dig them up? And then Emerson's just kind of like, absolutely not. And then he pauses for a second. And he goes, although several of these graves do look like they've been disturbed recently, we might look about and see later tonight if someone's coming through and...
Okay, sounds good to me.
Alright.
I think... Do I have... No, I guess I don't have any kind of Western low-light
First,
vision.
or are we going to go to the theater first?
Oh, fuck, I forgot about the theater.
Another thing you might consider is securing a room at the hotel.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe we should do that.
Get settled in, drag Herbert out of the wagon, and throw him in a room.
Yeah, so at least if we go to the doctor, we don't show up with the drunkard in the wagon. We can show that we tried to take care of him.
Right.
Okay, let's go to the fucking tavern.
Okay.
The inn, rather.
Alright, as you approach the hotel, you see a large sign above it that at some point read Crystal River Hotel. But as of right now, several letters, the paint has peeled off, and it reads Cry a River Hotel.
Hey.
This is promising.
Really are sticking with this theme, aren't they?
Do they do it on purpose, or is it just coincidental?
It's just happened.
Oh no, I want to say this to Emerson.
I don't rightly know. But I'm assuming it's all coincidence.
Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna go in then.
Alright, we all go in. What do you want to know? There is a withdrawn man with a haunted look upon his face behind the counter as you walk in.
How else are we gonna get a fucking room?
There are no other guests in the hotel.
Hoo boy. Is it like real dusty around?
It's,
Like, no one's been in there?
it's not particularly dusty or poorly maintained, but
It's just empty.
it's just empty.
Yeah, I guess so, since there's like no commerce anymore. Okay. Well, I guess we gotta go up to him
All right.
and say, hey. Wait, before I do that, I want to turn to Emerson and Fox and be like, maybe not in these exact words, but are you guys prudes? Do we have to buy separate rooms?
We don't
Fox doesn't care.
have to.
Sleeping much anyway, so.
I
Unless
was
you want to be kept awake.
I was going to buy separate rooms, but...
Oh, you're paying. Okay, go ahead then. I would love a separate room.
Great, great.
Be kept awake.
While y'all sort of are in the doorway, Emerson goes up and chats with the man who
I guess we could just ask, it's like, did the people who hire us give us money for this?
Well, considering Emerson's the person who hired you, yes.
Okay.
He's footing the bill.
Well, okay, Emerson got... You said he got sent out by someone else, so I don't know. Maybe there's a big boss.
Emerson works for the government.
Okay. The government's not paying for our hotel.
No,
Okay.
but Emerson is.
Emerson's
Out of his
got
budget
the
for
company-
recruiting people.
He's got the company credit card.
Effectively, yes. He's been
Okay.
given a budget.
Okay, yes, that was my question. We have a company credit card.
Christ.
In short.
Yeah.
I wanted to know so I could keep track of my money if I needed to.
I'm not gonna make you this
That's the
time.
question.
Anyway,
Okay. Well, I guess I'll...
you overhear...
Or...
You overhear as Emerson speaks to him that his name is Carl, and that, and as Emerson sort of questions him, his wife passed away last winter, and he's still very broken up about it, as far as you can tell.
Damn, this sounds a fucking downer.
Yep.
I wanna...
Anyway, he gets you your room keys.
I want to write a note down for myself real quick, which is to ask the doctor if there's been, like, any fucking illnesses running through this place, or people just dying for random reasons.
Well, remember, like, the people that have died have all been miners or people going to the Jewel Theater, and this man's wife who did fall ill.
Okay, so she just died because she was sick. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that sucks, but we still need rooms.
Yeah. No, he gave you your
It's
room
off character,
keys.
I don't say that to him.
He gives you your room keys. And you go up there. And
I guess we gotta haul Herbert in.
alright.
I want to say Herbert's gotta stay with someone because I don't want him fucking, like, vomiting in his sleep and aspirating.
No, he can do that.
Christ.
If that was actually brought up, and Fox is like, no, he can do that.
Oh no, absolutely, Ari's saying this. Begrudgingly, but saying it.
Emerson goes out and comes back, sort of dragging Herbert.
I will offer to help, but Fox is not going to offer to help.
Fine, I will offer to help. Do I need to roll for strength? How fat is Herbert?
No, you don't need to roll anything. Y'all just
Okay.
sort of drag him up and throw him in one of the rooms. In the hallways, there are just a couple of paintings up on the wall, nothing of import, you know.
Are they creepy paintings? Are they all about how much people fucking die around here?
No, they're just general landscapes.
Okay.
After doing that, Fox is definitely, like, checking around in areas where the innkeeper cannot see that.
As you go up the stairs...
I just want to stand, like, at the top of the stairs and be quiet for a minute just to see if I can hear any other people there. But I have big ears, so I get a modifier for that.
Alright, give me a cognition check.
Okay, let me look. Hold on. Okay, so 2d8 plus 2, so 10.
Okay. You do hear something. No one else seems to react to it, but you think you very faintly hear someone weeping.
Oh. Huh. I want to turn around and be like, do you guys hear that? Someone is crying a river, it seems. Be like, yeah, I want to whisper, like, do you guys hear that?
Hear what?
There's someone crying down the hall.
Emerson looks at Fox. I don't hear anything. Do you hear anything? Give me a cognition check.
I'm gonna look very exasperated otherwise.
How am I hearing better than the...
Fox.
Well,
take a minute, like, just kind of like...
You rolled a 7, right?
no, it's definitely a 13 in the chat.
No, I see that, but it's added up the values. So, like...
A 5 and a 7.
Okay.
Oh, I see. Wow, so I rolled bad twice for cognition.
You did roll bad twice for cognition,
God
yes.
Damn.
Since it's a
Maybe
3...
I need a Q-tip.
Like, okay, well, both of you hear it regardless.
Okay.
So, like, after being asked, Fox actually, like, takes a minute and just kind of, like, presses her ear against the wall, just like, okay, I'll hear you out.
I'll hear you out.
Emerson, I'm gonna go ahead and take my check also.
Okay.
Emerson also rolled a 7. So yes, he hears it too. He did roll 2 7s, actually, yes, but he also rolled a 1.
I wanna make stank eyes at them, because
They
were like, we don't fucking hear anything. I told you.
Yeah, I hear something now, but...
I'm sorry, Ari swears a lot less than I do, I just can't help it.
It's fine. So anyway...
I say fuck, it's not him saying it, it's me.
Okay. So...
Ari can't say fuck. He
Ari...
could, but he's not going to.
He could, but he won't. That's funny.
That's what he
Okay,
is on that track.
well, everyone hears it now except Herbert, who's still passed right the fuck out.
I want to be holding on to one of his legs, like, with one hand. And then drop the other one to put that hand on my hip indignantly.
Bump.
Whoa.
He just sort of plops on the ground.
Oh my god!
Emerson wasn't ready for you to let go of him.
Oh my fucking god.
So you just drop the passed out Herbert.
I was like, Jesus.
You just drop the passed out Herbert.
Just...
Definitely laughing at this, by the way. Like, they are, like, hand on their mouth, like, trying not to, like, laugh.
Emerson gives you a look over his shoulder and just sort of picks him back up and hauls him like a sack of potatoes.
If it were up to me and I did not have such a horrible character, I would love to go investigate that by going like, hello, room service.
You can't really pinpoint where it's coming from, just that it's happening.
Housekeeping. Okay, so it's just coming from somewhere upstairs? Or downstairs?
Somewhere in the hallway.
Okay, so somewhere upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, are our rooms like down the hall? Or...
Yes, they're down the hall.
Okay, so I guess we are heading that way anyway.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna unlock my room now. Yeah.
All right.
I guess that's the logical.
We all go in. I guess Emerson's dragging Herbert in with him and just sort of plop him in a chair in the corner.
I'll help pull him, but one leg only. The rest of him, his torso gets to drag. I want his hair to get like really fucked up. His beautiful blonde hair, I want it like super fucked up.
All right.
Is crooked.
Yeah, no, we just sort of plop him in a chair in the corner.
Just... I can't tell you why Ari just doesn't like him, but he doesn't really know why. He just knows he doesn't like him.
And this has nothing to do with him getting into your good store of whiskey. And possibly whatever the hell else you drink.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. God. I want to maybe warn the others that it might not have just been whiskey that he took. And that's why I'm like, I really think maybe one of us should stay with him. I don't want it to be me, but I'm just saying what he drank might not be beneficial to a more normal person.
Emerson looks at you, but doesn't really ask.
I mean, either way, Fox literally could not give less of a shit.
Emerson doesn't
Lights
ask.
another cigarette.
But Emerson just sort of like picks up Herbert and like slings him over his shoulder and then like plops him in a chair.
I love it.
Over in the corner of the room. You all have your own rooms. They're all pretty much identical. There's a small wooden chair in the corner and a small dresser with a mirror and a bed over in the corner that doesn't look particularly comfortable, but a bed's a bed. So,
What was the name of the doctor again, real quick?
Dr. Osgood.
Osgood.
Any of y'all want to do anything in the rooms before we go? We
I
can
guess drop off a couple things.
All right.
I have a backpack, a bedroll, scabbard, and then...
Go around.
So I'm just gonna keep my gun and my hatchet, I guess.
Take your stuff with you.
All of it with me.
Well, take all your stuff, put it in the room. Take what you want to keep with you,
I thought that was an ominous, like, take your stuff with you.
No,
Like,
no,
oh god, what's happening here?
no.
Definitely going to be keeping a box of matches and their...
All right. As you're putting your things,
lantern oil.
as you are putting your things in your room, you pass by one of the mirrors, one of you, and you see in the mirror that your facial expression doesn't exactly match what you're actually doing.
Ugh.
They look... Your face in the mirror looks very distinctly unsettled.
Oh.
Full mirror.
I
Can
guess,
we
well,
actually
if
remove
it's...
the mirror off the wall?
No.
Is it only one person that sees?
Yes, only one
We
of
gotta
you.
figure out, I guess, who sees then.
If it's Fox, they are definitely either going to cover it or break it.
I was gonna say, I guess Fox looks at it because they're slightly more vain.
Okay, so Fox sees
But
this.
that's up to you.
Oh, they are definitely breaking that mirror, by the way.
Do they,
Like,
do they
oh,
for
fuck
real
that.
break it right now?
Yes.
I wanna be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Emerson,
No.
like,
Brass knuckles.
What are you doing? We'll have to pay for that. Also, why?
Emerson, like, barges in. What the hell is going on in here?
I want to lift my hands up and be like, I didn't do shit.
I immediately just, like, level a glare at Fox. What the hell are you doing?
Yeah, Fox, what the hell are you doing? Oh, good job. Now we can't. Now none of us can look at the mirror and confront us.
Listen. And then just points to it like...
Yeah, it's a
I'm
mirror.
not explaining myself.
What is wrong with you? Wait, I gotta go into a different room to drop off my stuff, though, because he doesn't want us to stay with Herbert.
Yeah.
No one's staying with Herbert.
Like, I don't want to stay with Herbert. I don't want to stay with this mirror-breaking shit. I'm going to the other room.
All right.
I wanna walk out with my hands raised. I'm like, I wash my hands of this. I'm just going to my own room. Fuck this. Fuck you guys.
Emerson sort of turns back to Fox. You mind explaining?
Fox gets that room now.
You mind
Fox-
explaining what exactly you think you're doing in here?
Listen, some fucked up shit just happened that, like, I'm not dealing with. This is my room.
Would you care to elaborate?
Looked off.
What do you mean looked
That
off?
wasn't me.
It
Like,
wasn't you?
That wasn't me.
I want to say that from the hallway and then peek my head back in disbelief, like, okay, hold on, I'm coming back here because what the fuck?
Herbert, like, sorta looks taken aback by the new information. Not Herbert, Emerson.
Oh, okay.
We were just talking about throwing Herbert in the corner.
Sorry. I wanted to make sure.
Emerson looks sort of taken aback at the new information and goes, You're sure?
I want to go pick up a big chunk of mirror if there is one.
Okay. You find one of the larger shards.
And I want to gesture with it. Just want to gesture and being like, I can't believe this. You know you're gonna have to pay for this, right?
Emerson is immediately like, yeah, no, I'm not footing the bill for that one. That's on you. But if you're sure that you saw someone else in the mirror.
Someone, okay, I want to be very like, what the fuck are you talking about? And look into the glass to be like, you're being stupid, look at this, it's just my reflection. And then, I don't know if something else happens.
You look in the mirror. You look in the shard of mirror, and your facial expression also does not match exactly what's going on. You look different than your current face. Because right now you look very irritated. You in the mirror looks very deeply haunted by something.
Oh boy. Okay, I guess I'll wiggle my face around a bit to see if I'm doing anything. I want to try waving my hand in front of it cautiously.
It does in fact reflect your hand.
Okay. But just the face.
Fox is done with you guys and it's just like started storming out of the room like, oh, fuck this.
Can I grab you by the back of the collar of your shirt and pull you back in? Because you're too short.
Give me a deftness check.
Oh my god. It's like...
Both of you, and Fox, give me a dodge roll.
I want it to be like an old cartoon where someone's running and someone grabs them by the back of the shirt and they like just keep running but they're not going anywhere.
Okay. Fox rolled a 9. You rolled...
Ari's hand away like, no.
Ari rolled an 11.
Fuck. Oh.
Fox rolled a 9.
Oh. I win!
You grab Fox by the collar.
Bitch, you are not going anywhere. You want to talk about it, so come back and talk about it.
I do not want to talk about it. I wanted to get rid of it.
You are going to talk about it.
Meanwhile,
I want to be like claws in shirt.
Emerson is like...
Shit.
Emerson is like trying not to laugh.
Children, quit fighting.
Fox is pissed, by the way.
Good.
I guess maybe I want to see what the fuck is behind the mirror. Like, is it just a wall?
Yeah, it's just a wall.
I want to flip the mirror shard over and see if there's anything on the back of it.
There is nothing on the back of it. For all intents and purposes, it is just a mirror.
Okay. Okay, I guess I want to flip it around to show Emerson so he can see his own face. And then
Well, at this point,
weird.
okay, well, Emerson doesn't notice anything weird because at this point, like, both of you have reacted adversely to the same mirror, and
but I
so
just want to make
like
sure if he also sees this.
His face is in fact worried looking as it is, so he does not see anything different between him and the mirror.
Okay.
Because their facial expressions, by coincidence, match.
Okay.
I'm not seeing it, folks.
I guess I want to explain. It's like those faces I'm making at the mirror, they're not being accurately reflected.
You're sure? And he takes the
person-
shard from you and just sort of sets it on the end table.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. Make a different face at it. I need to know if we're just losing our fucking minds or not.
Next one up,
Hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on.
All right.
Knuckles and chucks it at Emerson's head.
Christ. Emerson takes your word for it.
Okay.
Hacker voice, I'm in.
Okay, bye. Sorry, Jared just called to say, I'm off work and I know I'm trying to be good about getting groceries and cooking this week, but I really want fried chicken. And I was like, I too want fried chicken. And he says, okay, well, I'm gonna go get some.
Okay.
Anyway.
Emerson didn't see anything different, but he's gonna take your word for it. And just leave it at that.
Because if he didn't, Fox was definitely going to throw something at him just
Okay.
Well, remember, Emerson has already seen some spooky stuff in the past.
Wait, what if I want to hold it in front of Herbert's drunk-ass face? And then try to look at the reflection.
You can try. Herbert is face,
Oh, he's face down.
he's face down.
Face down in the dirt. She said. This doesn't hurt. Okay. Okay, well, I'm gonna be like, hold on, let me go into the other room. I want to see if this is ubiquitous. And then I want to go into the other room and very warily try to look in the mirror, unless there's something in that room. I don't know.
That's just Emerson's room. So he's got, like, a couple things on the end table, and, like, nothing really of note. As you go in, the mirror is not doing that thing anymore.
Fox is like, now
Not
that
anymore, or just that room isn't doing it?
That room is not doing it.
Okay, so I want to go into the third room, which is mine, which is where I was putting my shit.
As far as you can tell, the room is not doing it.
Okay. But I want to...
Fox is saying, like, now that Fox has been relinquished of being
I want to come out and say,
or
sorry, looks like Herbert's cursed, we have to leave him here.
Emerson is, like, choking back a laugh.
Fox is definitely picking up pieces to chuck them out the window, because no, they are not dealing with that. They have already had, like, shit crawl up them, and they are not dealing with this.
How about, Emerson just sort of goes, how about, we're probably all very tired, both from the journey and from our investigations today. How about we get some rest before we go out to the cemetery tonight to make sure no one's tampering with the graves?
Good,
Okay.
because we're 10
I
minutes
want to...
late.
Okay, I just want to be like, okay, fine, whatever, but take that mirror shard with me
Okay.
and put it in my room.
That mirror shard is no longer doing it, by the way.
I want it
But Fox has gotten
I want it
shards
anyway.
because they got us.
Okay.
so that I can cut a fucking bug if it comes in.
You're fine. No bugs.
I want it. Let me have it.
You can take that piece. Fox has like gotten rid of everything else because they're chucking it out the window. They are not dealing with this bullshit.
Throwing it out the window and kicking it under the bed.
Mm-hmm.
No, not even kicking it out of the bed, just getting it out of the room.
Kick it under the door. Like under the crack of the door into the hallway.
Not doing this.
Nope. So, you know, y'all all get some rest, whatever.
So, I have... Okay, this is a silly thing, I don't mean to interrupt, but... So, because Ari has insomnia, it says anytime that my character tries to go to sleep, I have to make a spirit roll.
Yes.
Okay. Let me go to spirit. And So the highest I got is a 9. A failure just means I can't sleep for 6 hours.
You do go to sleep.
Okay, good.
You all get your rest, and at some point Emerson comes by, knocking on your doors, and he has got in his hands a couple mugs for you, and he hands each of you one before you go out to the cemetery. It is now the middle of the night.
I'm sorry, what's in these mugs? Are we just carrying empty fucking mugs?
It is identifiably coffee. But that's all you can really tell about it.
It's coffee?
It is coffee.
I pour whiskey into it.
Acknowledged.
But only because I don't have any pain medication to stir into it.
Okay. Are you going to drink the coffee, actually? This is an important question. Okay.
They have most indeedly not, like, actually even attempted to sleep.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm always gonna slam the coffee. No questions asked.
Give me a vigor roll.
Oh fuck. Okay, hold on.
What did you do to us?
Nothing. The coffee's just really bad.
I got my highest is an 11, but
You pass. The coffee.
1.
You
Vomit it up.
you both pass.
Even though we were like, this is fucking awful, Emerson.
The coffee is the worst coffee you have ever tasted. And Emerson takes his...
Piss in this?
No.
What is this?
It's coffee.
And while I'm staring angrily at him, I continue to drink the coffee.
Both of you are like, this is the most disgusting thing, but I'm gonna drink it.
Never put in my mouth, you motherfucker, and then
Chug it. Emerson...
slam it.
Emerson...
Fox is just like, if I wasn't absolutely exhausted right now,
I would throw
Emerson...
this at you.
Emerson seems completely unbothered by his god-awful coffee.
Oh my god, he has no taste.
No, he's just been drinking it for a long time.
As a Frenchman, is Fox like completely like, you fucking Americans have no taste?
he's just doing that in a way.
He's like, look, I know it's nasty, but it works, doesn't it?
Well, I guess we're going to find out.
For the record, I'm never gonna make you do another vigor roll for the coffee. I just wanted to establish how bad it was, that you had to essentially make a constitution check to not vomit the coffee.
The fucking vigorous check is just your gag reflex.
Yes! That's exactly what I was trying to convey.
Fucking excellent.
Okay, so we go to the cemetery.
Okay.
And for now, there is nothing identifiably going on in the cemetery that you can see.
Like,
Okay,
can
so
I pause it here, or like, because I have to go. I'm already 15 minutes late.
That is a good...
Oh.
You should have told me. Like, we could absolutely pick this up later. Y'all drank your crappy coffee. We'll go to the cemetery in the next session.
okay.
I gotta go.
Alright,
Bye.
Gooby.